We have Darin and Brooke Aldridge with us. Thank you for taking some time to be with us.
Yeah.
We got to hear you a little bit this morning. Was an event this morning that Daywin did, and really enjoyed the time that we had this morning. Our audience, Truth and Love Radio Network, is actually geared to a younger audience. Our target audience is that young millennial Gen Z. That's who we are focusing on. In fact, this last year we've had our biggest growth just downloading the apps and listening on a consistent basis, 2 to 3 hours a day. We've averaged over 1,000 new listeners in the last 12 months.
Wow.
Awesome.
Most are under the age of 35. And so that is really our target audience. So we want them to know these are just not artists that they're hearing music from, but these are real people. So we want them to get to know who you are. So if you don't mind, kind of share some of your background, how you got into music, and we kind of got a little bit of how you guys met and got married. But tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I grew up singing in church. That was kind of my introduction, I guess, to the music world, and just, always singing on Sundays. My pastor would pull me up just about every Sunday to sing with my mom and my sisters. And then as I got older, I realized that, I wanted to have a music career. My parents did put me in a lot of singing competitions as a kid. So throughout North Carolina, Tennessee, and South Carolina, I was in a lot of competitions as a kid. So that was a great start to my music career, kind of getting me in front of people and not being nervous when I got up in front of an audience, And then later on, of course, Darin and I met through a band that I was playing with in my hometown. It was a group of guys from church that we had started, and we were going around to different churches throughout Tennessee and North Carolina and South Carolina, just pretty regional, I guess. But Darin came to fill in one Sunday, and we just kind of hit it off, had a lot of the same goals and ambitions, and knew that we wanted to have a music career together. So just became really good friends, and then started dating, and here we are. So,
Yeah.
But Darin's musical background's a little bit more steeped in
kind of the same. My mom and my grandparents all sang and played, of course, in church. Like, we're from the Avery County, there in the hills of North Carolina, so it's in our blood, of course. But I really loved the music. I took piano lessons when I was a kid and listening to them play, but I was much too young to understand. But I remember hearing the Beach Boys for the first time and that style of harmony, and I wanted to sing really after that. So I started doing more of that as a 7, 8, 9 years old, and my brother would pick play drums with some of his buddies in the garage band type thing in the basement, but that was mostly rock music. So I would listen to that, Beach Boys sometime, then be hearing bluegrass out of my mom's radio and country, and hearing Van Halen from my brother. So I was getting a lot of stuff, thrown to me, and I started learning playing guitar just to play with my brother and his bunch, and they'd show me the little brother, for a little while, some of the chords and stuff. So as they took a week off, I would sit and learn all the riffs and stuff. So when they come back, I knew all the songs. So they was like, well, he's pretty good. We'll throw him in there to play with us, But when I was about 14, 15 years old, I saw Earl Scruggs and Vince Gill and Ricky Skaggs and Alison Krauss, Marty Stewart play on the Opry.
Oh, yeah.
And we all watched Hee Haw and the Opry every Saturday. And man, when I saw that, I realized that's what I really wanted to do. And I started learning all the bluegrass instruments, singing all the parts. And, at a young age, 15, 16, I took off from that, played fiddlers conventions, toured all over. And when I was like 19, I got hired with the Country Gentlemen, which was a bluegrass band out of Virginia, out of D.C.
Yep.
And, of course, one of the classic bluegrass bands of all time.
Yeah.
And I stayed with them until 2004. And Charlie passed about that time, and I floated with some other folks for about a year. We had a band called the Circuit Riders that she mentioned, which is a spinoff of the Gents, and I'd fill in some with the Isaacs, with Blue Highway, with Mike Snyder, like I mentioned, just traveled. And I met Miss Brooke, and we decided to throw something together ourselves. We've been going strong almost 18 years.
Awesome. And I love the connection, the roots, and again, that the influences that are there. It really does shape us and really helps us
for sure,
understand the musics and the styles. And, again, if you're from the hills there, there's that connection there that definitely draws you back in. So tell us some of the things. You mentioned travel a lot and different things, but, you guys have been doing quite a bit, got a lot of different awards. if I'm not mistaken, have been able to be on some of the big showcase here. So tell us a little bit about that, because again, our audience wants to know. So tell us about some of the places you've been and what you're able to do.
Well, Miss Brooke here's been won the IBMA International Bluegrass Music Association's female vocalist 4 times, and that was 4 times straight. She was nominated for it again this year. Our album has done really well. It's #1 Billboard album. We've been able to perform and step on the Grand Ole Opry stage there in Nashville over 60 times since we debuted in 2017. It's just been a wonderful journey together, hasn't it?
It has. We've been on tours in Ireland and also in Prague, and we've been on cruises, of course, down towards Mexico. So it's been neat to take our music to different countries. And a lot of people say, "Well, are there that many bluegrass fans over that way?" And of course there is. It's just like here. There's so much love for music there, and so it's good to introduce yourself to new fans and friends, and that's really what the music's about for us. Is gaining new friends and just making those connections.
The connection with bluegrass and getting over to Ireland. I mean, Europe's got that, absolutely. So I think there's a huge audience there.
We've been able to collaborate with so many people too that's helped us, and even from all the influences that we mentioned. We've been on stage from John Cowan of the Doobie Brothers to Jimmy Fortune of the Statler Brothers, and the Oak Ridge Boys to Vince Gill and Ricky Skaggs, and share a lot of stages with them and recordings and on and on. We never want to quit growing in what we do.
And I appreciate that. So with all that, obviously that's given you a stage to be able to present the music that you have and the message.
Right.
What is the message you're trying to get across to your audience with your music?
Well, we just want to be positive and uplifting, because I think in this day and time, there's so much, darkness, and the world's a scary place for sure. And so we've always tried to be a light in a dark world, and just, share a great message.
Yeah, no matter what stage that we step on, in front of what audience, because we play to a wide range of folks, that may be a bluegrass crowd, maybe a gospel crowd that's there, or it might be a more of Americanish country crowd. But we're still Darin and Brooke no matter what we do in all those stages, and our love and faith comes out in our message and song and our testimony every time.
Well, I think that's kind of what we're supposed to do, get outside of that church building and get out there where they're at. And I appreciate that God's given you guys that opportunity. Not many get that opportunity, so I appreciate that. And again, our younger audience, I mean, they're in a world, as you just mentioned, it doesn't look good. I mean, it just what they're surrounded by, all of the negativity and even the fakeness of social media. They're looking for answers, and so to be able to get there and find those different genres of ways in which you connect with them, I think makes a huge difference in their lives. So to kind of maybe that younger crowd, what would your message be to look for, even in their music, as they're looking for the truth, they're looking for something positive message?
Yeah.
It's something that's real that they can connect with, Yeah,
and just just stay true to who you are. That's what we've done. That's a message that I feel like young people need to hear, and don't always believe everything you hear on the internet.
Or see.
It's a crazy world out there. So just surround yourself with good people as you can, and and God will lead your way if you let Him.
So obviously, as we play your music, we can only play so many songs in a 24-hour period, so we can only get certain minutes. How would they find your music? Where would they go to get all of your music? Where would they go?
We're on all those digital platforms, Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora,
YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube. And then, of course, you can follow us on our socials at Instagram, Darin Brooke Aldridge, and also Facebook. So.
And as far as your touring, what's coming up next? Where are you guys going to be coming up?
I believe we're going to be in Florida coming up here next. And we've got a New England run and, a few Christmas dates coming up for later in the year. It's that time. We put a Christmas album out 2 years ago.
Yep. We've enjoyed that very much.
That's been a fun thing, and all those influences showed up on that Christmas record.
Yeah.
So.
We loved it. We love it.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah, so we have a huge national audience. Again, they're all downloading the app all over the country.
Yeah.
So we always encourage them to come see you. So we always say if they've traveled this far to do a concert, you can drive 2 or 3 hours to come see them.
That's right.
So we really want them to be able to find you. So
Thank you.
the website again,
DarinBrookeAldridge.com.
okay, go to the site. We will connect that. We'll connect all your social media, our YouTube channel. This will all be on our channel as well, so they can follow you. They can get your merchandise, whatever you've got, to be able to follow you and encourage them. What a great opportunity, you guys, to have an audience that not everybody gets to have.
Sure.
And I think that's vitally important. So
It is. It has been.
Yeah. Thank you for all you guys
Yeah.
do. We appreciate it so
Thank you
much.
for having
helping
us
get our
today.
music out there.
yeah, thank you guys for stopping by, spending a few minutes with us. Great week at National Quartet Convention.
It is,
Crazy,
yeah.
but
Remember that cranberry sauce now.
yeah, I'll remember that cranberry sauce for sure. Absolutely. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.